Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is going down in LA. And honestly, I am so ready to just unpack all of this with you. So let's just get right into it because I am honestly so exhausted by this storyline, but I also literally cannot look away. You guys know what I mean, right? It's like a train wreck, but it's a high-fashion train wreck covered in sequins and family trauma. We need to talk about the July 2nd episode of The Bold and the Beautiful because wow, just wow. The writers really decided to just blow up the entire Logan family dynamic today, and I am sitting here staring at my screen like, what were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well for anyone? Let's start with Brooke, because of course we have to start with Brooke. So Brooke marches over to Logan. Yes, Katie's new fashion house, Logan. And Brooke goes over there with this absolute unwavering confidence that she is just going to walk in, snap her fingers, and Hope is going to pack up her desk and follow her back to Forrester Creations like a lost puppy. I mean, the sheer delusion of Brooke Logan sometimes is just wild to me. She really, truly believed that Hope was just going to be like, "Oh, you're right, Mom. My mistake. Let me just abandon this massive career move and come crawling back." But that is clearly not going to happen. And good for Hope. Maybe. I don't know. I'm actually really torn on this. Because on one hand, I get why Hope is finally standing her ground. But on the other hand, it's just so messy. But anyway, at least Hope has the decency to offer up an apology. She looks at Brooke and she admits that she really should have told Brooke what was happening before it all blew up. Which, yeah, no kidding, Hope. You don't just up and leave your family's legacy company to go work for your aunt's rival startup without giving your mother a heads up. That's just basic communication. But Hope is standing there and she's apologizing, but she is not backing down. She is not returning to Forrester. And Brooke naturally completely loses it. She fires back that Hope should never have abandoned Forrester Creations, and more importantly, she should never have abandoned Hope for the future. And honestly, Brooke makes a really good point here. Hope for the future is Hope's baby. She built that line. She poured years of her life, her sweat, her tears, her endless relationship drama into that fashion line. And now she's just walking away? It feels weird. It feels really, really weird. Remember a few episodes ago, back in May, when Liam was begging Hope to jump ship to Katie's company? And Hope was like, absolutely not. I have to stay and fight for my line. And she was pushing Brooke to take the co-CEO spot from Steffi. What happened to that girl? What happened to that fight? So Brooke demands to know what Hope is thinking. She literally looks her in the eye and asks for an explanation. And what does Hope give her? A vague explanation. Just some wishy-washy, vague reasons about why she had to make this move. And I'm just sitting here screaming at my TV. Give us the real reason, Hope. Is it because Steffi made her life a living hell? Is it because Brooke's play for the co-CEO spot failed spectacularly? Is Liam somehow pulling the strings behind the scenes again? We don't know because Hope is being so vague. It's infuriating. It's like the writers are just dragging this out to torture us. But you can see the guilt eating Hope alive. She tells Brooke how much she regrets hurting her. She says she absolutely hates seeing the disappointment on Brooke's face. And you guys, that was actually a really heartbreaking moment. Because you can see that Hope didn't do this to be malicious. She didn't do this to destroy her mom. She just felt like she had to. At this point, all Hope can do is literally just stand there and express this desperate wish that someday, maybe, Brooke will be able to forgive her. She practically begs her mom for future forgiveness. But Brooke? Oh, Brooke is ice cold today. Brooke is not ready to forgive anytime soon. Not even close. Brooke looks at her daughter and she just completely shuts her down. Brooke tells Hope that she crossed a massive line by moving to Logan. She makes it crystal clear that this isn't just a business disagreement. This is a personal betrayal of the highest order. And then Brooke drops the absolute hammer. She tells Hope that she doesn't think she can ever look at her the same way again. Ouch. Just ouch. Can you imagine your own mother saying that to you? Over a job? Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It's not just a job, it's the family legacy, it's the loyalty, it's the endless war between the Logans and the Forresters, and now the Logans against the Logans. But still, telling your daughter you can't look at her the same way? That is so incredibly harsh. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Brooke because she is hurting, but man, that was a low blow, and Hope's heart just completely shatters. You can see it break right there on screen. The tension between them is so thick you could cut it with a pair of fabric shears. But there is absolutely nothing Hope can do about it now. The bed is made and she has to lie in it. And Brooke is just standing there, completely consumed by resentment over this betrayal. It's like a wall has come down between them, and I honestly don't know how they are going to fix this. Usually Brooke and Hope are so tight, they are the ultimate mother-daughter team. But this feels permanent, or at least soap opera permanent, which means it'll take at least 6 months to resolve. Meanwhile, while all this heavy emotional trauma is going down at Logan, let's cut over to Forrester Creations. Because, of course, the men are just sitting around gossiping. RJ and Ridge are hanging out, and they are talking about Brooke's little field trip over to Logan. And they are just bracing themselves. They know exactly what is happening. They are sitting there assuming that serious fireworks are going off right at that very moment. And they aren't wrong. RJ is probably just sitting there thinking about how much he hates the Spencers, considering his recent brawls with Will, and now his sister is working for Katie Logan Spencer. It's all just so interconnected and messy. But Ridge. Oh, Ridge. We have to talk about Ridge. Because Ridge starts talking about the damage that Katie has caused. Ridge is literally sitting there blaming Katie for destroying Brooke and Hope's relationship. And I just have to pause here and take a deep breath because, what? Are you kidding me, Ridge? Yes, Katie offered Hope the job. Yes, Katie is being ruthless and aggressive, and she knows exactly what she is doing by poaching Forrester's top talent. Donna warned Katie about this weeks ago. Donna literally told Katie to back off before she ignited a family feud. So Katie isn't innocent. But for Ridge to just sit there and put all the blame on Katie, it's so typical Ridge. He always has to find a scapegoat so he doesn't have to blame the women he actually loves. Why isn't Ridge blaming Hope for making her own choices as a grown woman? Why isn't Ridge looking at how toxic Forrester Creations has been for Hope lately? I mean, let's be real. Steffi has been awful to Hope. Ridge has let Steffi run rampant over Hope for the future. Brooke tried to seduce Ridge into giving her the co-CEO spot just to protect Hope, which was a whole other mess. And now Ridge is just going to point the finger at Katie and say, oh, Katie ruined everything. I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. It's like these characters have zero self-awareness. But I guess that's why we watch, right? We watch to get frustrated. We watch to yell at the screen. So now we have this massive, gaping wound in the middle of the Logan family. Brooke hates Katie. Brooke is deeply resentful of Hope. Hope is heartbroken and working for the enemy. Ridge is mad at Katie. RJ is just watching it all burn. And I am sitting here typing furiously because I just cannot believe we have reached this point. What is going to happen to Hope for the future now? Is Forrester going to replace Hope? Are they going to hire a new face for the line? Or is the line just dead? And what is Hope going to do at Logan? Does she even have a clear vision? Or is she just there to escape the Forrester drama? Her vague explanations today really didn't give us any confidence that she knows what she's doing. And Brooke? How does Brooke come back from this? She went all in. She told her daughter she can't look at her the same way. When the dust settles, Brooke is going to have to live with those words. And Katie is going to have to live with the fact that she basically bought her niece's loyalty at the cost of her sister's sanity. Honestly, it's brilliant drama, but it is exhausting. I need a nap. But I'll be right back here tomorrow watching the fallout because there is no way this doesn't get worse before it gets better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Brooke right to be this mad? Is Hope making the biggest mistake of her life? And is Ridge ever going to take accountability for the toxic environment at his own company? Probably not, but we can dream. Catch you guys later. I need more coffee.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.